This is the moving city. The sidewalk of the shifting city gives out under Cass's feet like an automatic walkway, heading the wrong direction. Cass holds onto a street lamp as if it will anchor her, and watches her apartment building move farther and farther away, until it's a distant buoy in the night. The building turns abruptly, switching places with the glass front office complex, and she is alone. Cass won't be able to find her way home until morning when the city settles. Cass looks straight up into the night sky and feels like she is sinking down through the earth as she watches the building top shift in all directions, the clouds drifting like schools of fish far above. The current of the city's tide sweeps Cass along its concrete bottom. Her lungs go tight, Cass's stomach twists. She sags against the lamppost, fighting to remember there is air. Cass pushes away the thought that she might vanish, never to be seen again, or be crushed and smeared away by the buildings, the horror stories everyone whispered to each other in homeroom. Cass cannot be the only one to lie staring at the ceiling, drifting in a half-sleep, serenaded by the grinding song of phantom whale pods reflected in dark windows. Cass cannot be the only one to feel their body rearrange, shifting with the city, forgetting if they are him or her. Cass cannot be the only one who stayed awake all night, unable to sleep as his apartment presses in on him. With the heat and the grinding song of the moving buildings, staring at the city's Google map, searching for a pattern. Cass cannot be the only one to wonder why the fountain in the center of the park remains unmoved on that map, the immobile locus of a wagon wheel on a broken axle, turning through the air. Everything else, the trees, the buildings, and streets, all shuffle through the dark. In school, they could never say why this happens, why the fountain never moves. He wonders if it's quiet there, if the water still pours from its fonts, cooling the muggy night with spray, those stonemason whales flying up from it every night to dance through the wheel spokes before floating away. Cass cannot be the only one to toss and turn and try earplugs and pillows and reading dull books and turning on the radio to cover the sound of the city just so he can sleep, only to have the city sound still pierce through the windows, through the pillows and the earplugs and the words sloshing around on the page because Cass is too tired to read. Cass knows he isn't the only one, has to believe he isn't the only one who wants to know. The sun will rise soon, and the buildings will settle. Google is already trying to put a mark on how things have changed. The first nights Cass watched her building inch its way on the map for hours, marking its progress with little stickers. It moves randomly, forward and back, left, right. At one point, squeezed through an alleyway to appear on a new street she's never heard of. Its speed is indeterminable. She remembers math class. If two trains are moving toward each other at 2:45 and they meet at 3:16, what is the rate at which they are traveling? She holds a ruler to the screen, tries to find how long it takes her building to travel the map's little miles. But Google's footage isn't smooth enough, and the buildings jerk along. She tries to calculate it by hand, and by dawn has pages of numbers without meaning. 3 nights trying this way, and Cass gives up. Cass never sleeps when the summer first swells the buildings, turning the nightly shift into a grinding, groaning symphony. As a child, she would sit up through the summer night while her parents slept, watching as their neighbors' homes sailed away like ships in the dark night, wondering if she was changing along with the city, if she would fall asleep and wake up different inside, original shape still remaining. One morning when Cass was 10, the family woke to find a massive oak tree with a tire swing in their backyard.